this is the after action report for turn 71 of Over the Reich versus Von Petrosky. So with regards to the invasion, I killed several enemy air units that were basically all in that area. So some 109s, some FW-190s, and a couple more 190s of different varieties by the looks of it. Because they basically attacked, I think they killed like, 8 or 9 of my Tempests, or maybe it was 7 and then 2 Lancasters or something. So anyway, I killed them. I made some attacks on Saint Nazaire, reduced the defensive value of their stuff, but I decided to take my higher health battle group and go to Nantes, because I can get there next turn and it's completely undefended. So then that'll recover that unit and also get me another city in the area. I'm thinking also that if I capture Nantes, there's a good chance that any battle groups I kill won't escape, and so they won't. So that'll be like double effective. I should know for sure whether they'll be able to retreat to Cherbourg, because I programmed it, but I don't remember exactly how it worked. Yeah, so I might need to talk to John Petrosky about that as well before I kill these things, because we changed the allies. I think I may have mentioned this last turn, but we changed it so that when the allies, suffer losses, they'll basically be brought back to Plymouth in 10 turns, although there will be a permanent loss of convoys. So basically, it roughly works out to that, every battle group defeated to a half battle group, or every half battle group defeated, counts as losing half a train in convoys. That's roughly speaking, because in the Battle of the Atlantic there are thresholds. But basically, a depleted battle group is worth half of a port at the moment. We might change that. So there is some advantage for the Germans to defeat the Allies. One is that it delays the advance, and the whole point is that the Allies are supposed to get to Germany by turn 125 and beat them that way. So one of the ways the Germans win is basically just holding out longer than you would expect. Yeah, but anyway, but since that changes the calculus, we might have to discuss whether the Germans should have some reinforcements as well, or whether they just start off with enough troops that doesn't matter. So anyway, I'm figuring on getting Nantes because it's undefended, which was kind of what I wanted to do for Saint Nazaire the whole time. Like, the idea I had is that I would just march across and take Saint Nazaire. I mean, I guess the troop was hiding in vans or something. I didn't bother to scout it. So, but anyway, the battle group marched from the western tip of France towards Morlaix, and so next turn it should capture that airfield. So I got some reinforcements this turn. I got reinforcements in Italy, and I also got another battle group in Plymouth. So I seriously considered transporting it by rail to Portsmouth and then sending it out to get Cherbourg. However, my reasons against that were that one reason was that since there's a gun battery in Cherbourg, I would have either taken significant losses through reactions to unloading and or attacking at Cherbourg, or I would have had to unload it somewhere like over here and have it march a couple turns towards Cherbourg. And I basically figured that, because there are a whole bunch of battle groups already around, I guess it's Brittany, having the extra full-strength battle group to reinforce could help just defeat all of this stuff. Because then I can move out or, you know, march towards Cherbourg on the ground or something. But because I didn't have a naval task force in Plymouth, I'll have to wait to get it down here. On that subject, my other naval task force is basically sailing around this way towards Saint Nazaire area, on the basis that I can then load up and maybe more quickly get some of these more southern cities. So anyway, that's about all for the invasion, the ground invasion. I've been attacking more stuff. I know I got a military port. Maybe I didn't get anything else. Maybe I just damaged other stuff and I attacked enough that I thought I killed it. Because yeah, I got two military ports. I don't remember that. Oh, maybe it was Lubeck and Rostock. Yeah, okay. But it looks like, you know, even though I attacked refineries, as if, oh, I got an urban center on the night map. Okay, so I did less than I thought I did this turn. But anyway, so another thing I did is I sent out P-51s to escort B-24Js. I haven't really needed escorts all that much lately. I think that John Petrosky has switched to flak production over fighters. So, you know, a few turns, you know, when I had the Schweinfurt mission, I seem to have basically, you know, attrited him significantly. So even though I only got, you know, Schweinfurt and Regensburg, that seems to have significantly reduced his fighter forces, which meant that everything else was a lot easier. So I was able to get rid of most of Cologne, Dusseldorf, Essen, Dortmund until he switched to flak, and it was a bit harder to get everything else. So the tactic should have been, you know, maybe pull back a little bit, or at least, you know, pull back after the defeat rather than trying to engage here with fighters. So that was something that could end up being different, you know. If you're playing a game that's, you know, after you've played it a couple times and you know, everyone has an idea of what's going on, or just, you know, if we mention it in the readme that, hey, you know, this is something that could happen, watch out for it, don't overcommit. Yeah, so, but at least at the moment, escorts don't seem too important. But, so the idea is that with B-24s, they can take more advantage of the P-51's range. Because if you're escorting, you know, B-17s, they only go at half the speed of a P-51, so you're either spending all your time, like, you know, arranging for stuff to meet up, which is going to be really annoying, or you only get, you know, 60 squares worth of escort, as opposed to, you know, 120. But I think the, you know, real key, if you want to do it properly, is you send out P-47s to escort for the first two turns, and then you basically have the then meet up with P-51s, which left the following turn, and sort of, you know, get to 120 squares in 3 turns instead of 4 or something like that. I think that might work out. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, unless there's a whole bunch of fighters waiting for me down here, which there might be, it would make sense to for him to sort of like gather up a critical mass of force, and not, you know, waste it all up here where I'm sort of attacking targets that are reasonably soft. But, you know, that's probably enough rambling of stuff that I've rambled on probably a few times already in these videos. So that was turn 71, and thank you for watching.